One Zambia, One Nation. Thank you for joining us for Zanis News with me, Sarah Miti. Top stories in the news. European Union impressed with Zambia's democracy. Kabwe police impound trucks loaded with oil. Heavy rains destroy structures in Bulungu district. Plus, church donates to Siavonga District Hospital to help in cholera fight. Zanis News in detail. An energy expert has predicted an upward adjustment in fuel pump prices by the Energy Regulations Board ERB on Wednesday. Mr. Johnson Chikwanda attributes the expected increase in fuel prices to volatilities in the money markets and geopolitical tensions in oil-producing countries such as Russia and Ukraine. Meanwhile, Mr. Chikwanda has commended government for stabilizing fuel prices in the last 4 months. Here's a report.
Many African countries, including Zambia, import a substantial portion of their oil. The prices of these imported fuels are influenced by international market prices often denominated in foreign currency such as the United States dollars. Therefore, with many countries facing challenges in their money markets, commodities such as fuel are expected to go up.
I am of the view that the prices are going to go up because the fundamentals that underpin the determination of the pump price are not looking favorable vis-a-vis the international prices. The international markets, they are still vulnerable, they are still weak, and when they are weak, suppliers in the global market, they have a tendency to exploit the situation, and there is very little you can do about it. And the issue of the exchange rate as well, the pressure has been quite considerable on many African currencies, and it's not just the Zambian kwacha alone. And so these two variables, when analyzed them, I'm with the view that the price is going to go up.
Other factors that influence commodity prices, such as fuel prices, in the case of Zambia include the geopolitical tensions in oil-producing countries such as Russia and Ukraine. Hence, President Hakainde Hichilema's statement that instability anywhere in the world is instability everywhere.
When you compare what is happening in the region, you look at Tanzania, when you look at what is happening in Mozambique, when you look at what is happening in Namibia, when you look at what is happening in Zimbabwe and South Africa, you can see that actually the Zambian price is not where it is supposed to be. And I know myself, because for the past 1 year, government has been cushioning the members of the public by waiving the customs duty. Otherwise, the price would have been a lot higher than where it is today. So because of that, that's why you see that our price looks like it's cheaper than what some countries are in the region. It is because of the waiving.
Big economies like China, which even subsidizes fuel, is selling the commodity per liter of diesel at 32.13 at the current rates. Ordinary citizens are also beginning to understand basic economics of the relationship between the exchange rate and commodity prices.
Concerning the energy regulation, it took time. It took time for them to increase Kenya fuel. It's almost slightly or 3 months so. So long about concerning mallets currency in Karakomanga adjustments in Karamanga and Karamokoro.
The last time the Energy Regulations Board increased the fuel prices, the dollar to kwacha stood at 23, and as of today, we are at 26.9. Kalan Muchima reporting for Zanis in Osaka.
President Hakainde Hichilema has held the European Union, EU and Zambia partnership in upholding constitutionalism and restoration of peace and security locally and beyond. Meanwhile, the EU has called for concerted efforts in enhancing democracy in Zambia and the region as a whole. Visiting EU Head of Mission for Election Observation, Maria Arenas, says her organization is encouraged with the Zambian government's determination and willingness to uphold tenets of democracy. Now, Vice President Mutale Nalumango says Zambia appreciates the support that the Japanese government is giving to the country. Mrs. Nalumango has noted that in the 60 years of friendship that the two countries share, Japan has been assisting the country in various sectors of the economy, including agriculture, education, and infrastructure. She has cited the development achieved under the mutual agreement signed, especially through the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA. The vice president was speaking in Osaka when Japanese ambassador to Zambia, Takuchi Kazuyuki, paid a courtesy call on her. She also underscored the common principles between Zambia and Japan that border on upholding the rule of law, respect for human rights, sound democratic governance, and peace. And Japanese ambassador to Zambia, Takuchi Kazuyuki, has reiterated the close friendship between the two countries, highlighting veterinary as an added symbol to assistance to Zambia.
Respect that Japan has for human rights. It is this human rights, respect that we see ourselves working together with you as the people, the Republic and the people of Japan. We totally appreciate. So much has been done, between this country, Japan and Zambia, particularly through JICA. So much developmental issues, Your Excellency, we appreciate. Let me appreciate also the support that we get from the people of Japan regarding, for example, the issues of refugees in this country. We totally appreciate that. The support that we are giving in agriculture, in education, in infrastructure, in so many issues. I will repeat, Your Excellency, that basically the rule of law is our principle, both countries. And I will say, as I welcome you, Your Excellency, that Zambia appreciates your silent support.
Join your honor at the University of Zambia for other occasion. But
veterinary school.
Yeah.
Those are things.
That is one of the symbol of Japanese assistance to this country. But still, I've always been wanted to visit your honor at your office in a very much more formal manner to say formally I've arrived this country.
Minister of Information and Media Cornelius Mwetwa has commended the Zambia National Broadcasting Corporation ZNBC board for efforts made since assuming office 2 years ago. Mr. Mwetwa has stated that the repeal and replacement of the ZNBC Act will offer an opportunity to enhance accountability and transparency at ZNBC for a better society. He was speaking when the ZNBC board, led by board chairperson Joseph Kajila, paid a courtesy call on him at his office. The minister also disclosed that funds have been set aside in the 2024 budget for the completion of provincial studios, as well as the disbursement of funds to StarTimes over works done such as digital migration. Meanwhile, ZNBC board chairperson Joseph Kajila highlighted challenges and achievements made by the board since assuming office. In other news, Shipekile Nkonika reports that police in Kabwe districts have impounded 39 by 210-liter drums of oil suspected to have been illegally obtained by a local businessman. Central Province Police Commissioner Charity Munganga says the contraband bought from an unknown truck driver is not labeled and that it will be held by the state until the content reported to be cooking oil is ascertained.
39 by 210-liter drums of oil hidden in a house in the middle of Nakoli compound, impounded from a Kabwe businessman. Police stormed this house following a tip-off. Provincial Police Commissioner Charity Munganga says the contraband will be held by the state until the actual contents of the drums is ascertained.
As police, we are going to institute investigations into the matter. For now, we'll have to establish the exact contents of the drums.
Kefas Tembo claims he bought the oil from an unknown truck driver who is reported to have been traveling to South Africa. Tembo says he bought the consignment at 4,000 kwacha per drum with an intention to repack it for sale as cooking oil.
That's why
the businessman will be charged for being found in possession of goods suspected to be illegally obtained.
And then the person that we found with these things for now will be charged with being found in possession of goods suspected to have been stolen.
Central Province Permanent Secretary Milna Mwanakampwe says unlabeled consumables require to be qualified by the Zambia Bureau of Standards.
Because we do not want to give poisonous things to our people, things that we can't confirm, we will not do until confirmation is attached. But we will not end at confirming, we will also go beyond getting authentic documents.
Hlupekile Nkunika for Zanis in Kabwe.
Mpika District Commissioner David Siame has assured consumers in the district that the Zambian National Service, Zanis, is not supplying genetically modified GMO milling meal. Mr. Siame, who visited the Zambian National Service, Zanis milling plant, and the Food Reserve Agency FRA Mpika Depot, has dispelled the allegations being circulated that the Zanis low-price milling meal is genetically modified. Here's a report.
Following a statement issued by government spokesperson who is also Minister of Information and Media, Cornelius Metwa, and the words echoed by Zambian National Service ZNS Commander Lieutenant General Maliti Solochi that the milling meal being produced by ZNS is not genetically modified, Mpika District Commissioner David Siame has visited ZNS milling plant in Mpika to dispel allegations by some members of society that the milling meal is GMO.
So people be rest assured that the milling meal that is being produced by ZNS here in Mpika and elsewhere is non-GMO. But the New Dawn government, through His Excellency the President, Ms. Hakainde Hichilema, and team have ensured that ZNS provides the Zambian quality milling meal.
ZNS Chief of Mpika Milling Plant, Keno Charles Mainsa, says ZNS picks its maize from Food Reserve Agency FRA Mpika Depot to the milling plant.
The milling meal that we are bagging is right from the milling plant itself. And then all milling meal, bagged in the labeled Eagles milling meal bags, so to say.
There is a link from FRA. That's where ZNS gets their maize also to provide you addition. So for us as the Minister of Agriculture, we ensure that non-GMO seed is given to farmers, even through agro-dealers.
Mpika District Commissioner David Siame has also highlighted that FRA has more than 6,000 metric tons of maize to last up to the next farming season. Peggy Gutinho for Zanis in Mpika, Muchinga Province.
Thank you, Peggy, for that report. We take our first break. Join us for health and education stories. Stay tuned.
Kodi kolera ndi chani?
Kolera ndi matenda othulula. Munthu amene adwala matenda ya kolera amathulula kwambiri ndi kusanza. Dothi lake limakhala ngati madzi momwe atsukira mpunga. Ndipo munthu odwala kolera madzi mthupi lake amatha kamba kakuti iye amachoka kwambiri kupyolera mkusanza ndi kuthulula kwambiri. Munthu odwala kolera angamwalire m'maola 12 kaya kuti 12 hours ngati sanalandire mwamsanga thandizo la mankhwala.
Kodi munthu angatengere motani matenda a kolera?
Kumwa madzi adothi, kudya zakudya ndi m'manja mosasamba mwadothi kapena kugwiritsa ntchito mbale zotsukiwa ndi madzi adothi. Kudya zakudya zimene zinangosiwa mosasamala posabwinikira. Kudya zakudya zozizira zachimbala zimene sizinasungiwa bwino. Kudya zakudya zimene amagulitsa mphepete mwa misewu. Kudya zipatso ndi ndiwo zamasamba zosatsuka.
Kodi kolera ingachinjiriziwe?
Gadusani madzi anu akumwa kapena kugwiritsa ntchito chlorine. Sambani m'manja ndi madzi aukhondo ndi sopo mukamaliza kugwiritsa ntchito chimbudzi. funditsani zakudya mukalebe kuyamba kudya. Osadya zakudya zimene zimagulitsiwa mphepete mwa misewu. Muyenera kubwinikira zakudya kuopetsa kuti ntchentche zingakakeko. Nthawi zonse muyenera kugwiritsa ntchito chimbudzi. Pewani kugwiritsa ntchito machemba kapena maplastiki ngati chimbudzi. Onani kuti dothi litayiwa mchimbudzi. Nthawi zonse onani kuti zimbudzi zikhala zaukhondo ndipo nthawi zonse pambowa wa chimbudzi chanu pazikhala pobwinikira bwinobwino. Okubweretsani uthenga uyu ndi aunduna wa zaumoyo.
Welcome back. Minister of Health Sylvia Masebo has urged members of the public to be law-abiding citizens by ensuring that public places such as markets, restaurants and schools are kept clean to combat the cholera outbreak. Ms. Masebo says the fight against cholera calls for joint forces until the country gets to 0 cases and 0 deaths. Ms. Masebo was speaking when she received a donation towards the fight against cholera from various institutions at the Cholera Treatment Center at Hero Stadium. We have more in this report.
The fight against cholera has continued with various institutions such as the church, corporates coming on board to support the cause. Health Minister Sylvia Masebo today received a donation from Hotels and Catering Association of Zambia, the church, Zambia Consolidated Copper Mines Investment Holdings, among others.
Our appeal is that let us continue with this spirit and make our places where we live and sleep better. Let us sustain this as a community which is aware of good hygiene practices. Let us be law-abiding citizens, making sure that our markets, our drinking places, our restaurants, our schools, and indeed our public and private places are kept clean.
The minister further gave an update on the cholera situation in the country.
We recorded a total of 377 cases in the last 24 hours. These cases were recorded as 263 in Lusaka province, 31 in the Copperbelt province, 35 central, 29 southern, 9 in the eastern province, 9 in the northwestern province, and 1 in the western provinces. Lusaka district, which is at the forefront of this outbreak, as the epicenter, reported 181 cases in the past 24 hours. Specifically, 43 were from Kanyama constituency, 42 from Matero constituency, 43 from Nali constituency, 6 from Chawama constituency, 21 from Mandevu constituency, and 7 from Lusaka Central constituency. The other districts in the province, which is Lusaka province, reported 74 in Chilanga district, 2 in Lufunsa district, 2 in Kafue district, and 3 in Chongwe district.
And ZCCMIH handed over a 1 million kwacha, while the Hotel and Catering Association, together with Amazroom, also donated assorted items.
The Ministry of Health is currently providing approximately 4,200 meals daily, including breakfasts, lunches, and dinners. Indeed, a daunting task of feeding approximately 400 health workers and 1,000 patients just at this Heroes Stadium Treatment Center. This is why, in recognizing this challenge, we have decided to extend our support by addressing the nutritional aspects of this case.
The Hilton hotels, Twangale Park and Ndeke Hotel have made this donation possible.
The minister has since commended the efforts exhibited by various sectors in the country towards the fight against cholera.
Your willingness to come and help and offer voluntary service is something we have appreciated and needs to be celebrated. You have done so even at awkward hours. We have received great support from our local partners and individuals. These include various banks and various business partners, organizations, associations, families, and individuals.
Audrey Kalenga, Zanis News, Lusaka.
Mwansabombe District Commissioner Rosemary Mwiche has encouraged expectant mothers in the district to always deliver at health facilities. Ms. Mwiche was speaking after she toured the maternity annex at Kapesa Rural Health Post, which has been constructed at a cost of over 700,000 kwacha using the 2023 Constituency Development Fund CDF. Lewis Changwe has more in this report.
The Republican president has prioritized the reduction of maternal deaths in line with the 2022 to 2026 Health Strategic Plan objectives. In order to realize that strategic objective, the local authority in Mwansabombwe district in Luapula province has since constructed a maternity annex at Kapesa Health Post to cater for a population of over 2,000 people.
This construction has got two components. We've got water component, also have the component of the structure itself. It was at the cost of 700 plus. This facility will be handed over to health next month in February.
This is in follow-up with the presidential directives that every health facilities where they are constructed, there should be a maternal annex to reduce maternal deaths. Encouraging the community here that we should look after our facility well.
The move has delighted both the health personnel and members of the community.
Our mothers used to suffer a lot. Like we have got 2,330 people as a total catchment population with 125 expected pregnancies. So all those mothers will be saved with this maternity annex, because all those without complications, maternal complications, will be delivered in just here without moving a long distance, which used to contribute to home deliveries.
Tuleta sha uteko pa kutuletera kwa maternity ward. Kuno moku twalecho fama jinga kufuma kuno ukulaya kwa chipunka apo apalepele 8 kilometers. We antanshubuturefu ayo wakutuletera muno mwaka pesa.
Kuno moku twalechula naba mafumo pakuya kwa chipunka pano apali 8 kilometers kuyafika chipunka. Bambi bale papira panshira bana mayo. Kashale leto obulanda nensoni nomusebanya.
Lewis Changwe, Zanis, Mwansabombwe, Luapula province.
Chipata District nutritionist Victoria Nyirenda says the Nutrition Support Group NSG model, which is being implemented and used by the volunteers, has contributed to a mindset change towards feeding at household level in various communities of Chipata District. She says the module will be used to adequately fight malnutrition and stunting in children under 2 years of age. We have more in the following report.
Adequate nutrition feeding for children under 2 years of age and pregnant women is very cardinal in promoting a healthy living. To this regard, nutrition support groups in Chipata and Lundazi district have been working with local communities, sensitizing them on the importance of nutritional feeding under the Scaling Up Nutrition Phase 2 project.
Basically, the nutrition model, we were delivering lessons to households. So the way it was happening, we were delivering lessons from the district nutritionist. The district nutritionist will deliver the lesson to the focal point person or the supervisor. Then from the focal point person or supervisor, you deliver the lesson to the promoter. And then from the promoter, you deliver to the volunteer, and the volunteers are the ones who would go at household level. So our households were able to receive 9 lessons throughout the programs. So it's not only the households, but even just the community where the mothers are coming from. So it's a very happy moment for us as a district to see this, and we hope to make sure that this is also done in other facilities so that the whole district, we have a healthy, healthy children, or we have a healthy district in terms of children growing well and being well nourished.
And Chipata District Food and Nutrition Support Coordinator Norman Siame explains the benefits of the module in the fight against malnutrition.
Today is a very happy day. We are having NSG graduation, which is held at Namseche Mini Hospital. There is a structure which consists of department also inside, where there is a volunteer also deliver lessons to the community. These lessons are very important because they sensitize on those mothers on pregnancy, lactating, as well as under the children under 2, on how they can take care of themselves. They can take care of their child, what the child can eat for the child to be healthy, and what is supposed to be done for them to be growing well and physically fit.
Meanwhile, Catholic Relief Services, as the fund managers of the Sun 2 project, are happy with the implementation of the program.
I stand here to say many thanks for the support that we have received from NFLC technically, and also the support we have received from UNICEF financially and also technically, and for being given a chance as CRS to be a fund manager in Eastern Province, Part and Bundazi. We have worked very well with the people on the ground, especially the volunteers and the mothers themselves through the NSG model. We hope and pray that what we have learned as behaviors will continue to show in our lives, in our communities. As the guest of honor said, this should not be the end, but should be a practice that will be with us in our families, in our communities, and in the district.
Sylvester Shimba for Zanis in Chipata District, Eastern Province.
After 50 years of makeshift learning spaces and overcrowded classrooms, Simudima School in Pemba District is finally seeing a brighter future as the construction of a new 1x3 classroom block is underway. This is under the Constituency Development Fund, CDF. Here's a report.
For more than 5 decades, Simudima School in Pemba District has been using makeshift spaces for learning, as one block housed all grades from preschool to grade 9, forcing some of the pupils to learn under trees.
Before this project came to Simudima, we had some challenges with our learners, where learning space was limited. Our learners had been learning from outside the classes. We had the classrooms under the trees.
However, Simudima is finally getting the infrastructure it deserves, thanks to government's Constituency Development Fund, CDF. A 1x3 classroom block is being constructed in order to address the infrastructure challenge. Area Member of Parliament Lamek Hamwata and Pemba District Council Chairperson Kingston Handindo have visited the construction site to inspect the project.
I'm happy that through the CDF now, we have put up the 1x3, which is actually at 80% to completion, and we are hopeful that this classroom block, by the end of February, it will be completed. Indeed, this is what it means when you have a government that is there for development. This is what it means when you have a development-oriented leader.
We are there to implement what we promised the Zambian people. The people in the district are very happy because what we were telling them before, today now it is a reality.
For the parents, this is a dream come true, as their children will finally have the conducive environment they need to excel. This development of school infrastructure at Simudima School is unprecedented. This will encourage all our children to go to school, including those who are dropped out of school. Chintunangamba, Zanis in Pemba, Southern Province.
We go for another break. When we return, heavy rains destroy structures in Kabyolwe village in Mpulungu district. Stay tuned.
Kolela ichumanyi, kolela hi musongo wa kuhitisha. Muntu una kwachikika musongo wa kolela, ukukata musongo wa kuhitisha na kusanza. Muntu yeniwo wahitisha nga menji adine imenji alosu. Muyeji ukuma menji mumujimba windi, mulonga wa kushweza kuhitisha menji amavulu. Muyeji na chwechu kufwa muji ora 10 na jiyadi, ne ikutambula kukewa kwa kubula kulumbuluka. Injilanyi mwakutambwila musongo wakapota munene ikolela. Kuna menji akubula kushewa ichumbu hela menji amajilu. Kuda yakukwata na makasa amajilu hela kukosa yenga na menji amajilu. Kuda yakubula kubutewa hana kuwila anjinji. Kuda infuta ichuta inabuli kuhembewa chubwahi. Kuda yakulandishewa kunsanyi kwa. injilanyi ya ukang'echela musongo wakapota muneni kolela bwakati shenu menji enu akunwa hela shenu mu yichumbu ya chlorine welenu kumakaseni na mulola na kuwela nawa kumakasa hanyuma ya kuzacha chimbushu tati shenu yakuda heno kanda muyidi bai kuda yakuda inakulandishewa kunsanyi kwakwa zati shenu chimbushu mpindi yejima bai kuzatisha nyingomu hela ipepa la ya njunju muna mwakunatila malabishi mwanene nenu anju anakudukwashila kuyimbushu hembeni chimbushu cha unyonji nawa china kubutewa insangu yino anaileteliyu kudi akamtayi waipatela.
Welcome back. Now, heavy rains have destroyed structures in Kabiolwe village in Mpulungu district. Jackson Mazimba, a resident, says 12 houses have collapsed while several others have developed cracks. Meanwhile, Lusaka District Commissioner Rosa Zulu has learned with displeasure the turning of mobile market stalls in Kanyama constituency into residential houses. Ms. Zulu discovered this when she visited the area to conduct sensitization on cholera prevention as well as distribute liquid chlorine to the residents. We have more in this report.
In her continued efforts to fight the further spread of cholera in Lusaka district with the help of the cooperating partners, the Muslim Social and Welfare Trust, Lusaka District Commissioner Rosa Zulu visited Mobile Market in Harimwanga Nkumbula Ward 12 in Kanyama constituency, where chlorine was distributed to residents, as well as spraying public places with granular chlorine. However, she discovered that some shops at the market have been occupied by some people, turning the market into a residential area. This development did not sit well with the district commissioner.
I think we will come back for you. We will come back so that because in the market, you should go and find houses.
Lusaka District Commissioner was later taken to an ablution block structure that was built by a well-wisher to service the market. However, unknown people vandalized the structure the night before the official opening ceremony.
It's a high time that council should make sure that these people are removed from the market.
Mijelo Mwemba reporting for Zanis in Lusaka.
In Luapula Province, Kabange Health Post in Chipili District in Luapula Province, which is being constructed using the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, is in the final stages of completion. Chipili Town Council Secretary Alex Zulu says the infrastructure will soon be handed over to the government once electricity and water are connected. We have more in the following report.
Government has continued to prioritize the provision of quality healthcare services, among them infrastructure. This year alone, government will construct 30 maternity annexes across the country, of which in Chipili District, the Kabange Health Post, inclusive of a maternity annex, is completed, only remaining with water and electricity connectivity.
We are committed to quality assurance and time-bound projects that do not take a long time to be constructed. Instead, we are making sure that works are quality. As you can see, one of the projects that is a testimony of quality assurance.
Chipili District Health Director Dr. Nancy Mambo is assured of quality healthcare services in the district provided through infrastructure development.
So having such infrastructures, you've seen, having maternity annexes has really helped us. As a district, last year we didn't record any maternal death. We have maternity annexes. Our mothers are able to access health services in time, and we're able to actually make prompt referrals to Mansa General Hospital.
The community, especially mothers, will no longer have to cover long distances for maternity services.
Kono bwafya bwaleba po bana mayenga bapa bukuru. Insta yakuya kulebanga yafika. Kwaleba okukyula. Kwaleba okuya mukwabuka adi mukwaleba kupapira munshida. limumufya kupapa kwalebo kushupi kwa bwatonga takulibwa kwa batitwa abantu babuke molo musangono kwa chimayinsa so for tuleta shafe pa kufyo baletere tulefo abatusuire kufye bwangu.
Chipiri Town Council engineer gives the scope of work for Kabange Health Post, which is being constructed using the Constituency Development Fund.
The contractor was so quick that he managed to do the project in 3 months. As you can see, it's at completion stage. The project houses all the male wing, the female wing, as well as the maternity wing. According to the presidential directive, Chipili Town Council endeavors that we adhere to all those directives we've been given.
Chipiri Makasa, Zanis, Chipiri District, Luapula Province.
Still in the news, Chief Tungati of the Bemba people in Luwingu district has expressed concern over the increasing cases of children neglected in his chiefdom. Chief Tungati made these remarks when a team from the Department of Child Development in Northern Province paid a courtesy call on him before embarking on a sensitization program of village headmen and women on the protection of child welfare. We have more in the following report.
Traditional leaders play a crucial role in ensuring the rights of children are protected in society. This is why a team from the Department of Child Development in Northern Province visited Chief Tungati's chiefdom in Luwingu district to sensitize village heads on the Children's Code Act number 12 of 2022, which protects the welfare of children.
Ifwe ngatwatitikisha omwana munsambo shakwe pamulando wakutira nomba lifunde ngatwamutitikisha omwana kuti batutwala ku court batutwala kuisa ku high court kuti ma high court ngayasanga kutila chachine tuletitikisha pansambo nango mwana twamutitikisha pansambo shakwe kuti batupela ile batila mu chisungu 10 million penalty units nangula kuya ku prison kujele kwa miaka inga 10.
Chief Tungati expressed concern over the increasing cases of children who are neglected in his chiefdom.
tulapokerera pano mukulu w'olushamba nombopo obuteko bwakita intervene balika mu amafunde inkiuko bombela namuli ifwe bene nga batusanyisha musana kubombera pamo n'obuteko twafuirishako abana balekereshwa bengi.
Some village heads appreciated the information on protecting children's rights.
Mukakula muri amafunde bamwine mukibamisa mushikubwale akasanga okuti bamukaka pamyaka iyo bamifunde bayishibwelele ni kumishikubumwi kiraguma mwine mushi aye kwato ko ibabantu mushi bakuti amafunde abantu bayeshi
proof of tachano kutotela kumulando wakuti aya masambiriro yalesa nomba limota tuyonfwa nomba mushikubwale no yaisa palama kuli bayifu.
Helen Bwalia for Zanis in Luwingu District, Northern Province.
Thank you, Helen, for that report. And finally in the news, the Siavonga Main Seventh-day Adventist Church has supplemented government efforts in the fight against cholera by conducting cleaning services and donating assorted items to the district hospital. Siavonga Mission District Pastor Adrian Chongo led the delegation in making the donation to the health facility. Mokoengo Shepande brings us this report.
The fight against cholera is the responsibility of everyone and requires concerted efforts from all walks of life, and in this regard, the church has a key role to play. Siavonga Main SDA Church, led by the district pastor Adrian Chongo, led members of the Dorcas community and others in the cleaning exercise around the district hospital premises before donating assorted items to all the wards at the hospital. The donated items, worthy about 8,200 kwacha, included clothing, cases of toilet paper, bed sheets, cases of bathing soap, among others.
As well. So we are doing this because we are fulfilling the mission that Christ gave to all of us, to go ye therefore. So Dokamo or Dorcas and Amo are here. Literally they work are in the community to do the works that they are doing today. So we are here specifically to help where we can, and also to eventually at the end of it to draw people to Christ as we point them to look onto the cross where Jesus is hanging, because that's where salvation is.
The district Dorcas president reiterated the church commitment to supporting government efforts in fighting cholera.
mulimo ngutwabola kuti tubereke kuno muli basi avonga meni kuli wadi twakachita adopt kuli basi avonga meni female wadi pali kubola chinda chindi pajana chikwajana kuti wauti pagwashiriya.
The fight against cholera is the responsibility of everyone and requires concerted efforts from all walks of life, and in this regard, the church has a key role to play. Siavonga Men SDA Church, led by the district pastor Adrian Chongo, led members of the Dorcas community and others in the cleaning exercise around the district hospital premises before donating assorted items to all the wards at the hospital. The donated items, worthy about 8,200 kwacha, included clothing, cases of toilet paper, bed sheets, cases of bathing soap, among others.
As well. So we are doing this because we are fulfilling the mission that Christ gave to all of us, to go ye therefore. So Dokamo or Dorcas and Amo are here. Literally they are in the community to do the works that they are doing today. So we are here specifically to help where we can, and also to eventually at the end of it to draw people to Christ as we point them to look onto the cross where Jesus is hanging, because that's where salvation is.
The district Dorcas president reiterated the church commitment to supporting government efforts in fighting cholera.
Mulimo ngutwabola kuti tubereke kuno muli basi avonga meni kuli wadi twakachita adopt kuli basi avonga meni female wadi pali kubola chinda chindi pajana chikwajana kuti wauti pagwashiriya wadiya nombuzi wabwasunu waleta mabed sheet kukwahiriya hurumende ngo tuberekera anthu omwe ahulumende tuberekera mu communities pajana kuti ali buyu masebo kumutabi wa Dorcas Amo panjirako pede kuti ma guidelines twabambe buli mbwaerede kuti oti bulwazi butayambukire nase butatuchati.
The gesture has elated Siavonga District Health Coverage Nurse Barbara Siavwapa.
For that, we are saying thank you, and we just hope that by seeing this, some of them will actually recover and go back and join their families. May God bless you, and may you continue doing the same to others.
Mkwengu Shepande, Zanis, Siavonga District, Southern Province.
And that report brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, we have a recap of stories that made headlines. European Union impressed with Zambia's democracy. Kabwe police impound trucks loaded with oil. Heavy rains destroy structures in Bolongo district. Plus, church donates to Siavonga District Hospital to help in cholera fight. And that is all we have for you on Zanis News. Thank you so much for joining us. Pleasant viewing.